and good night. Hey, this is Amused Mastery in Animes, and this specifically is talking about Fullmetal Alchemist and two examples that actually appeared in one episode. So if you wanna really understand what is going on, watch episode 29 from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. But we're analyzing two examples, two pretty cool examples of Amused Mastery in Ref and in Roy Mustang. If you ever watch the series, if you ever watch the anime, if you're ever in otaku and you're wondering what is going on, and if you actually watch the anime, because the anime is awesome, it's one of the best, you quickly understand what I mean by Ref actually just shows how a music master is. Meanwhile, Mustang, he's confident, but really he showcased way more Amused Mastery in this episode, which I'll get there. First example of Amused Mastery in this, I don't know what this is in this podcast, I guess. It's definitely Ref. If you ever watch the anime, you realize very quickly that Ref is always on. He's always confident in himself. He's always confident he'll get out of that situation, and he's always amused by everything outside of his control because he just thinks it's funny. He just thinks it's beautiful. It's not up to him to change anything, and he knows that whatever life throws at him, he'll just handle it. And if you realize, even to the end of the anime, Ref is just, he actually welcomes death in a way, and it's really poetic. That episode is that episode where Ref dies and some other characters die. It's a heart swallower to me. And if you notice, in even this image, even if you never watched Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood or just Fullmetal Alchemist, you just realize he's confident. He's confident in his abilities. He's an older guy, so he's been through life many times. So he's not fazed by anything. He's just confident, and there are many moments where things happen around him and he's just laughing. He's amused by what is going on. He's amused by people around him, and he's just a master of his space, of his universe, and everything. But it's not exactly that he controls everything. He just can handle things. And if you're in a taco and you don't know where the term amused mastery comes from, the term amused mastery comes from PUA and all those circles where it's an attractive quality to just have, to just live it. And what I like about these two examples, and you quickly notice, is there's no excuse for you not to exercise amused mastery if you can, to be more attractive as a man, not just as a man. It's not even for women, because as you can see in the chart, both King Bradley in this case and Roy Mustang, they're both displaying amused mastery, but King Bradley is on top of the world. Meanwhile, Roy Mustang he doesn't know. He has King Bradley and all his other comrades as enemies. And in this scene in particular, again, if you want to watch it, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood episode 29. Even if you never watched it, you can just watch the episode 29 and you can understand what I'm seeing here. And you can just see, even though he's in total disadvantage, and he's totally just shaking in a way, he's also really excited because he's a scheming bastard. He's just an asshole in this anime, essentially. He's very confident, and again, he's even though he doesn't know what he's facing right now, he can handle it. He knows he can handle a lot of things that he already handled. So he had his Amuse mastery, not in a not from a position of advantage, but actually from disadvantage from the upcoming startup, just reaching for the stars and reaching for defeating Bradley and defeating all the other people that he's trying to defeat. And even though this image that I got doesn't really show him being very confident, again, you can really just through this image, and that's why I love animation because you can see things from just one frame. He's a very intelligent guy. He plays chess. He knows strategy, I guess. And even though he knows he's not as strong as King Bradley and all his allies, in a way, I'm pretty sure Roy Mustang just knows he can outsmart them. He can go around them and he can play the game. And in this scene that I get from him in this image right here, where he's in the same car from that image, but it's another image, and he's just pressing his hands together, and he's just anxious. He's just he has butterflies in his stomach. He's just crazy to go. And again, that just shows you can actually display a Muse mastery in your life in a way that even when you aren't a master, you can just be confident because you handled many other things before and you achieved some kind of mastery in other fields. And because this channel, again, we try to just come up with real life examples, and we're trying to get things that we can see in animes and get it to real life. One example of a Muse mastery that you can definitely use and see in life. Again, sometimes a guy just again, if you're a dark, let's say, and you really like to play Dota 2, and if you're really good at Dota 2, again, you don't know how to play LoL, let's say, League of Legends. But it's not like you're gonna just get to LoL and get anxious and not know how to play. You have some Amuse mastery through it, so even your mannerisms will show that you can handle yourself there. And again, you won't be nervous, you won't be scared. And you can also do that with people, actually, in real life and going around. And whenever some people test your. And I know many people are not social enough to realize they're being tested. But, many people just test you to see if you have a strong resolve and you can handle yourself socially. And one really good way to just display Amuse mastery is to play with that testing and just be amused by someone testing you. Because if the person is really not that challenging because you can handle yourself, you can just laugh at them and just call them cute names and it's fine. And there you go, you just pass the test, you display the Muse mastery to yourself, to other people, to the person that is testing you. You won that test. And again, in this case, Amuse mastery in this example in the anime is about competence. It's about them being competent in fighting and everything. And in other animes, generally you see characters displaying Amuse mastery in fighting competence, and you can see that a lot. I don't even need to explain it too much. I don't know. You can just get Baki. I know Baki is a shitty anime. I like it, alright? And in every fight that Baki is on, he's just steaming generally with fun, and he's just. That's one other example of Amuse mastery. And incredibly or not, when I barely actually display Amused Mastery in my life, but in general, generally I'm just more aloof about things, and I accidentally go go and display some Amused Mastery because I don't really care about many things. I try as hard as I can to not elevate my intensity socially. I generally really look to go for being as aloof as I can and just as light as I can. And that has helped me throughout my life, and that has helped me, throughout my days. Dun, dun, dun. And that's it. That's what I'm trying to explain, and I think I'm failing miserably. I mean, but it's the first try. I'm definitely going back to this subject again in some other episode, and it's gonna be awesome. And I'm gonna get better and better. Again, I'm excited for the challenge, and I'm definitely. I know I can do it. I know I can master it, and I'm just striving for more. Is that Amused Mastery? Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I like to self-deprecate myself a lot, and I know that seems kind of, let's say, counterintuitive, but if you go lightly on yourself, in your self-deprecation, you can actually seem in a way cuter. It's really cool. And that's it, guys. If you guys like the channel, please like the video, subscribe, and thank you.